The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's libsyn.com.
The Events at Black Tor. When young policeman Jamie is posted to a small village in the Yorkshire moors, he and his wife Pam are anticipating a nice, quiet life. But the arrival of a curious letter sparks a terrifying chain of events. Aided by Fr. Probert, a Dominican friar, the duo come face to face with the forces of darkness as they investigate a sinister cult of murderous devil worshippers. Now for an episode of the thriller The Events at Black Tor.
The Events at Black Tor by Roy Clark. The Events at Black Tor, Episode 3, The Fires of Hell, in which Jamie and Probert meet fresh terrors, and Pam is in danger of her life.
It's still warm. So whoever was in here was still alive.
Yes. I've never been much for muscular Christianity, but I'm sorely tempted towards roughing up this lot of beauties.
You better get home, you'll be missed.
All right. Who the hell do you think's going to miss me, then?
Cue for exit, Brother James. The lid. Gently now. Right. Mind your great feet. Let's disappear.
Right. We've got to close the door.
That'll do. Well, if you hold the torch, I can get through that.
If there's any doubt, shove it wider.
Get out of it. Go on, damn thing.
Don't move.
All you have to do is hold the light.
Does it feel better having me doing things at your suggestion? Is that it? You're getting a bit of your manhood back, are you?
Well, how am I going to see you?
You know when.
On your own, I mean. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, all right. You'll get your share. Turn and turn about. Don't be greedy. You've still got a lot to learn. Ah, here, Tib. Where are you? Here, Tib. Oh, don't start that thing yet. I don't want him running over. Oh, he's here somewhere.
You stop waving the light about.
Here, Tib. Oh, you're over there. Come on, prettykins. Where are you?
Where the hell did that drop from?
Look at his fur. Oh, what's the matter, Tib? Oh, it's you. He doesn't like you.
Well, it's neutral, I'll tell you that much.
Never mind, Tib.
Show the light. The light.
Hold your shirt on. And don't forget, tell Elias I'll need more powder. You can pick it up from him at the funeral.
Shall you come and fetch it?
You bring it up. Same night, here, before somebody wakes up. You better not mess about.
I'll bring it. Shall you be here on your own?
We might be Tibby, shall we? You'll have to see, won't you? You'll have to see.
Had his flaming claws in.
I could feel you were about to explode. It left in rather a hurry.
It had some help. I thought she was coming over.
She was.
What now?
We'll wait a minute. Let things settle, and then we'll have a look around.
What for the...
For the poor wretch they brought here. This place connects with some of the other buildings.
The funeral that Pat were talking about. Well, it's probably the same poor wretches. Only they'll be burying an empty coffin.
With suitable weight and ceremony, yes. Which leaves them with a spare human being and no strings attached.
It means that somebody at the old folks' rest home must be signing death certificates.
Including the one for his own immortal soul.
So there's a doctor in it up to his ears. Would he be the one they called Belias?
It's a title among them. Belias, Prince of the Order of Virtues, who tempts men to arrogance. Undoubtedly one of the more successful devils. It won't be his name.
By hell, it's neat, isn't it?
By hell it is, Jamie. by hell and of hell and for hell. In a way, I regret having had to involve you. The responsibility in this is much heavier than you should have to bear.
Forget it. As long as we can do something for that poor... Oh, come on, let's get on with it.
We'll try this door. Some sort of passage.
I suppose whoever it is will be drugged. Well, let's hope so, anyway. Drugged and unattended. It's a bit optimistic, isn't it?
Oh, now what? Yes, can I help you?
Constable.
Oh, I'm afraid not at the moment. He's out. Is it urgent?
Aye.
Oh, well, I can ring through to the section station for you. They'll send someone out.
No, this constable.
But if it's urgent...
I'll wait.
I don't know when he'll be back. It might be some time.
I'll wait.
Are you a local man? I could send him to you as soon as he comes in.
I'll wait here.
I suppose you'd better come in the office. You can wait in here. If you get tired and change your mind about me ringing through to the section, just knock on the door. I'll be through here. Come on, Jamie. Let's hope he's changed his mind. Yes?
It's cold.
It can't be that bad. We're centrally heated. Oh, now look here, I've given you several alternatives. I suggest you give me your address and go home and I'll... What are you doing?
I'll wait in here.
You can't come in here, this is private. I'm going to ring the section.
Don't. I'll just sit here in this chair, out of your way.
But this is...
And you sit there, still. Nice and still. That way we're apart. But not if you get excited. If you get excited, then we won't be apart, will we?
Well, that cupboard's bare.
That leaves only this. Sounds like a fold yard.
Oh, it smells like one.
Gently does it, then. We don't want a stampede.
It could be quite a size. There'll be doors off this place, too. We're starting all over again. Oh, what's that?
A cow or something.
Well, this place gets me. I don't know what to expect next. The beast from 50,000... Well, it doesn't sound like any midget.
I think we'd better risk another quick flash with your torch.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Go ahead.
Jeepers! Some cow! God, it's like a ruddy buffalo.
Journey's end, I'm afraid. We can't get past that without shattering them all in piece. Back up, Jamie. Ever so gently now.
Phew. So whoever was in that coffin would be somewhere on the other side of that bull.
Yes. It's not a bad way, you know, to prevent prying eyes. Tramps have been known to kip in barns, but no one's going to be nosing round there.
What a place to wake up in, though. I hope whoever it is well drugged.
Amen to that.
We can't just leave them there.
I know, but we have a couple of days, and so have they. These people won't be doing anything till after the funeral, at least. I'll tell you later why I'm so sure. In the meantime, the best service we can do for whoever it is to make a silent exit. And one more thing, Amos James. Don't be talking to me on the way back in the van. Whoever is in there needs all the rosaries they can get.
Can't you give me a better description than that?
No, I can't. He was so ordinary.
I thought you said he gave you the creeps.
Well, he did, but it was his manner, his total lack of expression.
Well, what exactly did he do?
He didn't really do anything. Oh, I know it sounds nothing like this, but imagine how I felt at the time.
What really scared you?
Everything about him. The way he could come and force his way in when you were out.
The sense of threat, Jamie. Easy to imply without being specific. Aimed probably as much at you as at Mrs. Hewitt.
He took a risk, though, didn't he? All right, he got away with it this time, but it was a risk. I mean, not real sensible. I mean, how did he know when to leave? Suppose he'd still been here when I got back.
He wasn't, was he? How long before we arrived did he leave?
Oh, just a few minutes.
Coincidence, Jamie?
There must have been somebody outside to give him a tip-off somehow.
The real point, Jamie, is that we take the hint. 1, we don't leave Mrs. Hewitt alone again at night. And 2, well, there are certain other precautions we can begin to take. I want you to let me indulge myself in a little ceremony in this house.
Well, of course. Well, what kind?
As far as you're concerned, its more spectacular side will be the Latin and the sprinkling with holy water.
I think I'd like that, Jamie.
Well, if you think it's necessary, Father.
I do. Let me put it this way. Because of the hideous practices carried out in certain places, the concentration of evil becomes almost solid. And I'd feel happier if in this house at least we began to cleanse with the counter-energy of purification and prayer.
Jamie?
All right, yes. Go ahead, Father. A good turnout from the rest home. It all looks very proper. That good vicar would be doing his well-bred nut if he knew he was performing over an empty box.
I suppose the opulent-looking gent is the rest home director.
Yeah. Hey, do you reckon he's Belias?
Probably. Did your cleaning woman know what Mrs. Leslie is supposed to have died from?
Old age, probably. Apparently they had Mrs. Leslie in a private room. It was well established that she was a dying woman.
So no one's surprised by this funeral.
Must even be finishing.
Then we'd better withdraw. If they see us watching this, I'm afraid Mrs. Leslie soon would be dead, and this time for real.
It's odd, isn't it? On a morning like this, yet in this quiet little English country churchyard, that foul charade's just been played out.
There seems to be a mark of evil that it has no sense of the ludicrous.
Hello, love. We're back.
Your dinner is ruined.
My fault, I'm afraid, Mrs. Hewitt.
Oh, it's not. We've been across half the blasted hills in the county. Oh, I'm bushed. Is there a cuppa?
There is, plus the burnt remains. Well, was it worth it? Did you find what you were looking for?
Not a sign. Dead sheep or two, that's the lot.
As far as you know, we've covered all the places that the locals seem to hold in bad odour.
Yeah, as far as I know.
I felt sure it'd be one of those. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless its reputation is so bad that they never speak about it at all.
What about the fire we saw that night?
What night?
Well, the night poor Bess died. You know, in that awful cottage you dragged me to.
Hey, that's right. I'd forgotten. We saw it from the window in the cottage. It was up the hill, Black Tor direction somewhere.
Jimmy, have you got a map?
Yeah, where's the Ordnance Survey?
Well, it should be in here, but knowing your tidy habits... Ah, here it is.
Ah, that's it. Right, now then, here's Scarp End.
Yeah.
Now, where's the deep dyke? Down here somewhere.
Well, it's an old cottage. It's probably shown.
Yeah, look. It was the back window, wasn't it?
Yes. Don't you remember we looked up and to the right?
Yeah, I thought it was some camping party. So that's out this direction, Black Tor itself. It's a good place. It can only be seen from the deep dyke. And I mean, who goes down there?
Except a few poachers.
Yeah, that's right. And we know what happened to them.
Well, the name itself should have told us. White being the traditional colour of purity and innocence, we can gather what reputation Black Tor must have had in the district.
Do you think this is where they'll be taking Mrs. Leslie?
I should say so, yes. We'll check first, of course. We'll pay a visit.
Have we time to check?
Oh, yes. We've still got 2 nights. It's on the 3rd they'll be using it themselves. The date again, you see? The 23rd of June, night of the summer festival.
When they do what they plan to do to that poor woman, will she be conscious?
They're not going to do it. Not this time, Mrs. Hewitt. But there will have been others, and I'm afraid I can't imagine them sparing the victim's feelings. Well, now, I really must leave and put a few hours in at my parish.
Tonight, then, Father? We're going to have a look at Black Tor?
Yes. If it is the place, then we have both ends of the chain. We know where Mrs. Leslie is, and we shall know where they intend to take her. Now, surely, knowing that, when the time comes to call in the cavalry, we can get the job done without any accidents.
Oh, I don't know. Can't we call them in now?
Oh, believe me, Jamie, I'd like to. I'd like to share this, but I daren't alert them. We're going to have to take them, all of them, while they're fully committed in their ceremonies. Otherwise, some are going to escape.
And if they do, there'll eventually be some other Mrs. Leslie. It's a risk we haven't the authority to take. We've got to get the lot.
I thought we might just as well get our bearings from the cottage itself.
That's wise, I think. It's a pretty wild country up there. We could wander about for a long time without the proper bearing.
Do you think they might be performing tonight?
There's no calendar reason. It's just possible. It depends on how committed they become to a regular ritual. Also, there might be something in the nature of a rehearsal for the festival. Their procedures are quite complicated.
You're telling me. I've been reading. Seems hardly possible that people in this day and age behave like that.
No, they're totally dedicated to evil. There are no limits.
Well, here's the cottage. Well, it seems quiet enough.
All right. Let's go in. I feel better tonight knowing that that wife of yours is not going to be alone.
Police House, Scarp End. Speaking. Oh, hello, Madge. I'm just making some supper for us. What do you fancy? Oh, No, it doesn't matter. Can't be helped then, can it? No. Yes, all right. Some other time then. Bye.
Talk about atmosphere. This is not exactly my favourite cottage.
In view of its associations, that's not surprising. At least 2 men have been murdered near here. Now, you think from this window this angle is about right?
Out to the best of my recollection, yes.
Well, if we set this to that bearing, then it'll probably get us somewhere near.
It's going to be a tough old pull.
From this end, yes. I assume there must be some easier access, though. Some route where they can get quite near with a vehicle.
Well, yeah, there will be, from the other side. Hey, look at this.
Where?
Up the hill. Flames. They're lighting a fire.
That's strange. For a rehearsal, I thought they wouldn't.
Well, we won't need the compass now. Looks like we're in luck. If we can get close enough, there might be some faces in that firelight that I can recognise. Are you ready?
Ready.
The enemy materialises. Our first close contact.
Hold your horses, policeman. It's a long climb.
Who's there? Who's there? Big funny jokes. Right, I'll fix you lot. Hello? Hello? Oh, God. Go away! Go away!
I haven't seen anyone around the fire yet. Have you?
No. We ought to be able to see them from here.
Unless they're all on the other side. No? No, not a sign. We might as well go in and have a closer look then. Must have finished.
Jamie. All right, we'll do that, but first a warning. Back in the cottage, you felt the atmosphere, remember? Well, up here, round that fire, this place must be crawling with evil. You mustn't go in there with your mind unprepared, undefended. You must focus it now and keep it focused, whatever happens, on something strong enough and pure enough to support it. The cross is the strongest symbol. You understand me?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, all right.
Hold fast to it, Jamie. Promise me.
Yeah, all right.
Good. Now, well, if you're ready then, come on.
Now, if you find the idea slipping away from you, pray, say the words distinctly and clearly. If I hadn't got your promise that you'll do as I say, I'd not dream of letting you put foot in this place. Believe me, Jamie, I'd send you bowling down this hill first.
I believe you would. By the size of you, you'd probably be able to do it. Okay, you're the doctor. Anything you say.
Come on, then. Can you feel the heat of hell, lad? Because that's what it is.
Are those stones the ones we're looking for?
Yes. And over there. Look. Their altar.
Can't tell whether these are stains or shadows. Lord, this fire's hot. Strange colours, too. And shapes.
What's that?
The shapes in the fire.
Turn away. Turn your back on it. Don't look.
What? Oh, no. No, all right. I'm all right. The altar. There could be stains, look.
Can't tell in this flickering light. But when the time comes, there'll be all sorts round here for your forensic people. What worries me at the moment, however, is why there's no one here. Why have they left a fire like this?
It'll burn for an hour yet. Maybe more.
This is interesting. The shape of these stones.
Too much smoke. Even in the flames.
They make a pentagon.
Too thick. Dancing.
They've made attempts to conjure up their filthy deities.
No! No! Oh, God! The horns are rising!
Jamie! Go back!
Oh, no! No, in the flames! Look what's in the flames! Oh, God, have mercy! Look what's in the flames!
Jamie, come home. Please come home.
Come away! Come away, lad! It's me! Let me go! Let me go!
I'm sorry, lad, but if it's the only way... Oh, bless you, boy. Now, come on. Let's get you to some cleaner air. Now, come on. Breathe now. Deep. Come on. Now, can you stand? No? All right. Flop down here.
I'm going mad, Father. I saw the devil.
Breathe. Breathe deep. You're not mad, nor are you going to be. Now, what did it look like?
Don't ask me. I can't bear to remember.
Well, listen. Answer me this. You've been reading. Now, were there any illustrations in the books? Pictures of devils?
Yes.
It was like one of them, wasn't it?
Yes. I never thought when I looked at those books that such things could really...
Relax, Jamie. We've been had, don't you see? You already had the picture in your mind. You brought it with you. That's what you were looking at, your own imagination. Oh, excited, yes. Stimulated to excess, but nevertheless feeding on what was already there. They've been a jump ahead of us tonight, Jamie.
I don't know how, but they were expecting us. That fire was an invitation. A loaded invitation. They were salted with something. You remember the colours? There was a smell. I thought maybe it was a kind of incense. But it wasn't. It was a drug. But what kind?
Who knows? But remember, they've a tradition of expertise in strange mixtures. And we think Balas is a medical man. Well, that gives them all the old secret skills with herbs, plus the products of modern drug houses.
So real.
And damn dangerous. Do you know you were walking into that fire?
I had an idea it was the only way I could be rid of it. That's all I wanted, to be rid of it.
There are reports of several suicides following the taking of the drug LSD. Oh, that in the fire might have been something similar. It plays on the imagination, overexcites it, creates its own temporary reality. Then, as in your case, that reality is so horrible as to be intolerable. Well, fortunately, things didn't get so far. What is still disturbing is the precise way in which we've been anticipated tonight.
Oh, could they?
I can understand their knowing our activities in a general way, but how did they know we were out tonight? Why were they so sure that fire would attract us?
They must have known that one of the things we'd been looking for is the site of their meetings.
Yes, perhaps they've had one prepared for us every night. Unless... Who's sitting with Mrs. Hewitt?
Well, Madge Harris. Girl from the grocer's shop. They talk to each other in the shop.
What did you tell her?
Well, just that I'd be up. What? You don't think that...
Can you run? Get your feet back in use quick. You see, if they knew we would be out here, they'll know she's down there, not terribly well guarded. Come on!
That was episode 3 of The Events at Black Tor by Roy Clark.